I'm trying to eat my biscuit before the afters.
Yeah, that's how the afters is going to start, because we are live here with the behind the scenes for episode 4. Welcome to the after show, where we talk about all the chaos that just ensued. How are y'all feeling? That was a lot.
Not great, to be honest.
How is ZZ's AC so low? She's a fighter!
No, it's only 15. Leave me alone.
Why is yours so high? You're a cleric.
Because
mine's
are
pretty
built
high.
to be tamed.
Fair.
The fact that I died first, I'm a little salty about it. We'll get over
Oh
it.
my
but,
gosh, yeah, you got
Imagine having been in the physical realm to begin with.
Okay, so I want to know for both Ren and ZZ, how did you like your deaths? Like that experience, that moment, because unless they watched the stream, the rest of the players didn't hear it.
Oh, dude, that was fucking incredible. I was like, not me going through trauma all of a sudden. I was like,
it was so strange. Like, I didn't know exactly what to say. Like, how do you confront that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's one of those things where you're like, there should be a right answer and a wrong one, and I don't know if even getting the right one would be right and the wrong would be wrong.
I don't know if it would make a difference. You're like, well, obviously we have to go back, but like we still have the choice, and we're still sitting here like, do we want to go back? Do I want to go back? Like, shit, I don't know.
It's kind of ghetto living and stuff. I don't know.
Getting insulted. Are we allowed to say it?
If you want to, it's up to you.
Getting insulted by myself? Like, first bitch, how fucking dare you come at me like that, say I need to do better. Fucking hell.
My Ren was a lot nicer to me.
Okay, let's not spoil it too much, because I can tell some of you want to save it for, and you know, the off chance that you die. Totally understandable, totally fair. Kaida, your sister, how did that hit after she died? You had some emotional moments there.
Yeah, I was on the floor, man. I think it's pretty clear. I do it so well. I'm also very irritated. I use a 3rd level spell slot for a healing spell when I could have just fucking fireballed. I should have just fireballed and used a 2nd level spell, because I have a different spell that heals more at a lower level.
It did nothing. It did absolutely no help. And I mean, realistically it would have, but it rained swords from the sky.
Let's have that moment for a second, because that was so funny when she was like, he was like, I healed you. She said, actually, it's not going to do anything. So I'm already dead. I was like,
it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry.
It was just so funny because you said it so calm. I was like, oh.
Well, the thing that cracked me up was,
ooh, those swords did hit, and she was kind of low.
Bear Mars was like, oh my god, I killed her. She was my only friend.
So
chopped liver?
Unfortunately for y'all, you've moved out of the glass cannon phase of the episode. So essentially, hard-hitting enemies that are easy to drop. That segment of combat is over from this point forward. While enemies may still be easy to drop depending on how you attack them, well, no, they're going to be harder to kill. Let's just anticipate that they're going to be hard to kill. Y'all did not seem very coordinated in this combat compared to the last one. Riding in on a bear versus this chaos? What the fuck?
As opposed to the bear killing everybody in the party one by one. Look, we were worried about the wrong villain this entire episode.
Like there was a lot of trauma in this episode, changing perspectives on how to fucking deal with it. Like, we're like,
yeah, like number one, don't turn into a fucking bear. It can
I took down a lot of enemies as a bear. I'm gonna hone my bear, and I'm gonna be able to heal you.
Onyx, I want you to be aware that as a druid, you have other things you can do than turn into an animal. Okay?
I know that.
But also, would Amaris like be alert, like consciously alert to the fact that, well, while trying to figure it out, this lady just dropped dead?
Oh my god!
Maybe I should leave it alone for a minute until.
Yeah. No, Amaris was like, "Let me loot the body."
Yeah, listen, I thought she was my mother. Okay, like I genuinely.
But also, we know that like the death isn't like a permanent thing. You just watch two of your friends come back to life.
Yeah, right? And so for her to be dead, and then immediately want to loot the body. Ian loved it.
No, it wasn't looting. I was investigating the body.
You were looting. Okay.
No, I specifically said I was going to investigate the body and then I was going to loot the house to see if I could find something about the magic.
He said, you can tell she's like dead. Like her body's like cold and clammy. She said, can I like, search around for, you're going to steal from this dead bitch? Like she didn't just die 3 years ago.
No, I killed the party. She wasn't part of the party.
When
And
you
the
were
house like
describing
explodes
it,
around you. What?
yeah, no, that was a lot. But when you were describing it, I took off the headphones because I was like, bitch, because we just played the Mortuary's Assistant. I'm not fucking with that again. I
That's
refuse
fair.
to do it. That's why I was like, no. He said the body. I said, no.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go home.
So Demas, I'm not gonna lie, you got it out in a very unorthodox way, and basically everything that I wrote for Hell, I didn't get to use.
Listen, but had that wild encounter not happened, we would have gone through it.
Mm-hmm.
So is that my fault?
I mean, truthfully, we have everything to thank to the person who decided to get 20
Yeah.
subscribers.
It's all Hatter's fault.
Yeah,
Hatter,
Hatter.
you're such a monster for being so supportive. Oh
Big
man.
hearts.
Can we talk about the sweet moment that is Kaida and Demas wishing for the same thing at the same time from both sides of the celestial and demonic spectrum?
Yes,
Yes.
such a
Like
win.
about the
Going,
sweet
okay, the
moment
only one-
about Kaida and Demas both disrespecting the fuck out of me and Zizi like we're both idiots for some reason.
We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that one.
Like, he knew that ZZ had been pretty preoccupied with the fact that Amaris was a bear and would be asking a million questions if they were in hell, because like that's what ZZ does. ZZ questions everything to the point it's distracting her from what's in front of her.
I feel like
And Ren is
fact
God
that-
knows what. The only one who's going to
feel
talk
like-
to an angel is the cleric.
the fact that after we died, we come back and we're getting ragged on by everybody. I'm like, damn, we got burnt worse than Demas with kids. We haven't even met them yet. And I'm like,
Now, y'all didn't even know I had kids. Apparently, I forgot to tell you.
right.
And that's
Because when she said it, I was like, oh, we don't even know. Like in character, I was like,
Yeah.
I just call you dad because you're old. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Better
why
as a
Kaido is so
drunk
questioning so
than a
much.
druid.
Yeah.
Just saying. I think I'm better as a drunk.
No.
I 100% anticipated you guys questioning me. That's why when I initially wrote my backstory, I was like, he is not going to talk about it at all.
For the
Kaido's
record,
gonna bring it up.
you're not playing your druid wrong or bad at all. There's
No.
just something else going on with you that you should be very concerned about. That will be answered soon.
What are they? Leech babies? She's having leech babies.
Oh
Congratulations.
my god. I
No.
do not want to have any babies. I may be a nudist, but I'm not about popping out a fucking litter
No.
of cubs.
No, we will
Okay,
not be
that's not a thing.
having leech
You
babies.
also have birth control?
Fucking flashback to the Dark Ocean. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, how'd y'all like that
Yo.
little stinger?
Look,
No.
when it happened, I instantly looked at my and said, oh, we're going back.
I know.
No, Eddie, I have to give you the biggest props ever because you bringing Kane back
Bringing
opened
Kane.
up such a sweet spot for me. I was like, oh, damn, he was my absolute favorite for the first campaign. I'm like, oh, he's still alive.
Had
That's
to
so
bring Kane
good.
Yeah, definitely have to bring him back.
That's bad. Just made. Who did it?
Man. So, what's going on with Halo? Anyone figure that out yet?
Okay, listen. As soon as I get
some theories, but Demas does.
Go ahead,
okay,
Kaida.
so Amaris is going to talk to Demas as soon as Amaris gets a moment alone with Demas, because Demas understands children and said he was from a hellscape. So to me, that says he might know more information about what's going on with Halo from what she saw.
Okay. What you thinking over there, Robin?
The Robin game theory is that when Avalon took Halo, it was like in a different realm that has some kind of time fluctuations, and of course maybe she was corrupted, or her as a character or as a vessel gained some kind of influence from Avalon, and that's why she's has like those burn marks and scars. Next game, I want to do a religion check on the amulet around her neck.
That's a good idea. You are almost hit the nail on the head. Actually, I'll give credit where credit's due.
Onyx's
theory.
theory on it is we have to save Halo from themselves.
So,
because we don't know about their backstory or their parents. We don't know
They don't
what
have
they
parents.
are.
we know
Right.
they don't have any parents. Like, they were not orphaned. They just don't,
But-
like, they just appeared.
It was still created. We don't know the energy or the magic that was used to create this vessel. So
Mhm.
Onyx's brain is like, we're going to have to save her
Mhm.
from becoming what she saw.
Meanwhile, Mars's brain is, I was a bear for a really long time. And then
I want to be Bear Morris as
What
a
am I
healer.
gonna be
I'd be
next?
fine if I could talk and heal, okay, as a bear. I would be happy.
all I can picture
So-
is that bear running over on the battlefield, like blood, like pouring out of our side. You see this giant shadow of a bear, and it's like, followed by, you get 8 points of health back. You're like, thank you.
Cube healer bear.
Well, so the thing is when Onyx is in animal form, she can only heal herself. So, like, in theory, in combat, if an Amaris is in animal form, I should not be needing to heal Amaris.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to ask you a meta question,
Mhm.
Mystery, in regards to that.
Is it what you DM me?
No.
Okay, what's
That's for later. This is in regards to what Kaita's saying right now.
Okay.
So I debated back to Kaita that in the state that I was in, fighting both primitive and human instinct, I would not have been able to heal myself because I wouldn't have been able to concentrate for a long enough time to heal myself using a spell slot. Is that correct?
Yeah, your bear, the bear consciousness doesn't know what spell slots are, so it would have had the knowledge or know-how to have healed. But based off the way the rolls were going, you just had to roll a percentage, and if you did retain yourself, then you could have.
Okay. For future notice, Kaita, I will take that into account.
I'm just trying to keep everyone else alive, and you guys are all squishy.
Very, very
And
squishy.
I am the tank that did not get hit or take any damage.
So it's not necessarily like my AC is not super high. It's it's relatively low. But the problem is, I got hit one time with a crit.
Yes, that's why I'm not ragging on you, demons.
Like, damn! And I could only lose half my health before I disappeared.
I allowed myself to be helpful to my friend, and she murdered me. What do you want? That's not true, actually. I mean, I would have survived if she wouldn't hit me, and then Avalon was like, hey, hit Taser, go. And I was like,
Yeah, those bear hits are absolutely lethal. And then there's
Yeah.
things hunting Demas, and we're going into what we hope is to be Amaris's door. Seems a
But we
little
don't know.
off, but we don't know.
Theories on some things.
Okay, let me just tell you, in my backstory, there was nothing about a city, a castle, nothing like that. I will tell you that all Amaris remembers of her parents is the sound of her mother's voice. And I have no idea about the fucking woods anymore. They took that from me. So I have no idea what I just walked into, just for
Is-
future reference.
Well,
Is
real
the-
quick, where are you?
Are we
I don't know.
in the first district of Stani?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it.
That's a
oh,
problem.
you thought we were done with you? No, you thought we were done. Oh,
Gosh, so cute.
oh.
Would we
Not Kaita trying to pass the buck.
would we have been able to tell what kingdom Avalon was from?
No, but what I can tell you aesthetically, so here's a couple of fun hints that I can tell you about the guest NPCs. One, they all have lore that if you figure out how to get out of them, then they'll tell you. Two, they all have items that if you figure out how to get out of them, then they'll give it to you, or you'll have it. That doesn't mean it's immediately visible or viable. Three, But this one specifically, Avalon, he wears stuff from everywhere.
Okay.
Avalon
seems to be a conqueror.
He's like the king of kings. So where all the nations have their stuff going on, he's like the head of the Illuminati. He's above and beyond everything. So like Oak playing very passively was something we had talked about beforehand, because I'm like, listen, your character is not necessarily immortal, but very hard to kill, and you've been around for so long that you're just, all right, this is what I gotta do type of vibe.
Which is why my first instinct was I wanted to grapple him and get to interrogate him, because I had the feeling that he was way out of our league. It wasn't so much that we're squishy, he's like level 56.
He's
strong.
A big end boss. Like,
well, that's why like when I said that you did enough damage, so damage was also, thanks chat for banning the word damage during the damage fight. Appreciate that.
Ouchies.
Yeah, I was like, hit points 72. So damage was Alara's total hit points that were necessary to kill her was less than half of Avalon's. He was scripted to, if you take this much damage, leave.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you mean to tell me if we hit him harder, I didn't have to die first?
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy.
But we
Let it
probably
be known, though,
were
I did
going
put
to
in a
die,
lot of
though.
damage on him. Exactly. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of inevitable.
No, you guys did good. He disappeared because you did enough damage to him.
His fucking
wanna
comment
apologize.
is saying I didn't shower.
That shit was hilarious. I was like, oh my god, sick of him.
Are there gonna be bathhouses in the city?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Can I pee in it?
I imagine.
I swear to God.
I imagine a great portion of
You
next,
are actually a demon. Sorry.
I imagine a great portion of next episode will be recuperating and recovering, which is going to be perfect since we're taking the next Tuesday off. So you guys will have a chance to reconnect and reconvene, and then get into the trauma post our intermission.
I have a question. So, you showed us a picture of new Halo with some very specific markings that triggered Cole's brain. Will people that we encounter in this first district know about the tortured child of the Gully Union?
Yes.
Perfect, thanks!
Also,
Like, I won't use that as a meta thing, but like, I feel like it's going to come up.
Listen.
We can go to the temple and take a nap.
No, we are not going to this fucking
Going to a
I can get us
goddamn
free
inn.
beds.
Here's what I can tell you guys. And I don't say this to make you go on some Vision Quest and rewatch all the streams and stuff, but right now, you've all experienced enough to know how the story ends.
I can't say my theory because then I'm scared I'll spoil it for myself.
I won't
Are
tell
we
you if
sure
you're right or
about
wrong.
that?
no, I don't want to hear it at all. I like to be surprised.
I already have been confirmed that I was close to right on one theory. I don't need to be confirmed on another.
I am positive, with all due respect, because I know you all come from different leagues and levels of knowledge, but I'm positive you can't figure out how this ends. That's why I'm telling you, don't go look it up. Don't waste your time trying to find it. I just know I've put all the information out there.
Yep.
And the reason I know definitively that you can't figure it out is because of the first thing I told you about NevaeH, is it connects to every other campaign I've ever run, which means that the ending that will happen, any other homebrew. So the ending that will happen is not something that has been explained, but all the context clues exist. It's not something that can be explained until you experience it.
I hate it. Thanks.
You're welcome. But it'll
I'm
be
about to
worth
get
it.
top 10 anime betrayed by Kane, because if so, I can't take this campaign anymore.
I
already
want you
lost
to
him
know.
once. I can't do it
King
again.
pot.
I want you to know that if Kaida dies, I am bringing back the absolute chaos thing that is my most monstrous character.
Well, she'd have to die 4 times, so we got time.
Yeah.
If she's
Or 3 more times.
So me and Ren are down to 2.
Yep.
Shit. Up your game,
We
buddy.
both have the same. I know. I'm like, damn.
DZ, go buy a
better
shield.
armor.
What's up, Diva?
buy-
No, just don't be
Demas
near
has me a question.
Amaris.
No, it's okay. What's your question?
So now that Demas is actually back alive,
Uh-huh.
do we have some editing to do?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Also, Mystery, you said that by the end of that we were going to be level 7. Are we going to be leveling up our characters in our week that?
Yeah, so take this break here. You will all have 2 level ups.
We're going to 7?
You're going to 7.
You don't mess.
Sweet. Okay, so now that I'm this level, I can do something that will save health passes when you're about to get hit really hard. Sweet.
Well, we'll have to
Nice.
save that information because this is the end of the afters, the behind the scenes, the chaos that is Roll for Trauma. Whew, from right to left, please tell the people who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
I am Violet. I play ZZ Mulheis, and you can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored, or here Tuesday nights and Thursday nights on Roll for Trauma.
I am Deontay. I play Ren Folklore. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Dapper_Macon 2.0. You can also find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays and in the nearest therapist office at Roll for Trauma.
I am Robin. I play Kaida Dianira, and you can find me at Trippy Thistle on Instagram or TikTok, or here on Roll for Trauma on the floor.
Sorry.
I'm Cole. I play Demas Andreas. You can find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Roll for Trauma, giving my therapist more reasons to get money.
I'm Onyx. I play Amaris Tuirne, aka Bear Maris. You can find me here on Roll for Trauma or Instagram and TikTok at Icy Onyx.
Can we call the sheep Balmaris?
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yes.
So
Jesus,
right now,
Robin.
cut the cameras. I'm sick of it. Cut the cameras right now.
I'm Eddie. You guys already know what it is. Thank you so much for stopping by Roll for Trauma. Take a look at the ad right here that we're going to play next, right before the next Game Zero. So don't go anywhere. We've got more content for you on this VOD, on this stream this Thursday. But yeah, check out the promo for some really cool stuff that we are working on selling to y'all. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Rain falls, and while you cannot see it, the feeling of each drop bouncing off of your skin is all too recognizable. And for the first time, a voice calls out to you. How long had it been since you heard another voice? And this one was not a friendly one. In a very low tone, it spoke. Amaris. It said it again, but it was further away, like something was pulling it away. It screamed your name one final time. And then the darkness faded. Slowly but surely, you find yourself in a white room. There is no concept of beginning or end to this room. No doors, no exits, no roof, no floor. But the rain continues to fall.
I looked for the rain continues to fall, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
Just gonna cut that part out.
That didn't break immersion.
As you're standing there, a different voice speaks from behind you and says, "Oh, hello. Another one. This is uncanny."
Okay, so I guess can I I'm you said from behind me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn cautiously towards the voice.
As you turn towards the voice, there is a hooded figure with iridescent eyes staring at you. They're standing about 7 foot tall, but they look vaguely familiar. No one you'd recognize immediately from your past, but a sense of calmness kind of washes over you, similar to your time at the Druid Academy.
Who are you?
Names aren't important.
Okay.
For quite some time.
Well, how did I get here?
Oh, are you not aware?
No, the last thing I remember was running towards a shadowy figure into the woods. I don't...
That does match our records. From behind his back, pulls out a book with the giant A on it. It's glowing as it gets nearer to you. He holds it out and flips to the last page and goes, "Yes, it seemed you entered the abyss. That is a most unfortunate way to die."
I'm dead?
As our records here indicate, you've been dead for over 25 years.
Why can I feel the rain?
Well, you're not currently in a place of death like you previously were. We pulled you from there as well. This is a purgatory of sorts, but we like to consider it a stopping point between multiple different afterlives. So you have some semblance of reality here before you go wherever you're going next. And fortunately for you, you have the opportunity to return to life.
What do you want?
I'll need you to be a bit more specific.
You said that I have an opportunity, which normally means an exchange. What do you want?
Allow me to be more specific and not so subtle. About 25 years ago, a phenomenon struck the islands of Ortalis that you called home. In the wake of it, many people were forced out of death and back into a resurrected state. Parts of their souls have been missing. They've been wandering around aimlessly, some returning to loved ones, some returning to battle. Many other events have transpired since then. When I say you have the opportunity, I do not mean I want something from you. I mean you have a choice where others did not.
Okay. What is the choice?
Would you like to return to the realm of the living?
I can't but help feeling that there's a catch.
Our records indicate that there is no catch.
Then, yes. I need to make sure my friend... Oh, God. Are they even alive?
Is there someone in specific?
The reason I ran into the woods, my best friend was drinking. I saw something that I thought was a threat, and I ran after it.
So you'd like to know if your best friend is still alive?
Yes.
The creature steps closer to you and reaches a hand out. Its finger elongates in a wisp of smoke, and it touches your forehead, if you will allow it to.
Can I do a perception check to see if it's, like, trying to, like, hurt me or kill me?
You want to roll for instinct just to see if there's any like sense motive weirdness that's happening.
Yes. Okay. So, insight? Is that the one?
Insight.
Okay. My total roll's an 8. And I rolled a 5.
As far as you know, everything's perfectly fine.
This is a terrible idea. I'll let it happen.
You're gonna have
I've
to.
been dead once. I've been dead once. I mean, fuck it at this point.
That same sense of calmness kind of almost magnifies when you feel the presence of this creature touch your forehead. It only touches you for a moment before it retracts. Ah, your friend Grinder. Yes. I'm now familiar. They are alive.
Thank you.
Although it would seem that you've lost some companions along the way, and I can return them to you.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any money on me. What do you want?
That accepts money.
Oh, what do you accept as payment?
We accept concepts.
Okay. What concept would it require?
For you, in specific, we are allowed to sacrifice your time.
So, like a contract? I'd have to do something?
No. If you will allow us to take your time, we can return 3 of your closest animal companions.
Just gonna think about it for a minute. Because time's very vague. Are you talking about... I guess I need clarification on time. Do you mean like my concept of time? My actual like hours, months, years? Like what are we talking here? There's a lot of different applications of the word time.
To you there is.
Yes.
To us,
Which
there is not.
Okay, so what is your concept of time?
Time is the perceived concept of passing from now to next.
Okay. So would I be forgetting things? I
don't imagine you need to forget anything.
Okay. Well then... Oh. I don't know much about this to know if this is a good decision, but I... Not. So from one time to the next. So I am offering my time till I die again?
There's no response. The creature looks at you with a very stoic face.
Can I do another perception check to see if I can read anything off this man's body language?
Yeah, you do another insight check, but
I'm sorry, but I just don't want to make a decision. Oh my fucking god. 11 is the total. I rolled an 8. This is not going well for me.
You're not getting anything. There's no benevolence, there's no malevolence. It's pure monotone. Even though that energy that's radiating is a calmness, you are able to perceive that it's almost as if that calmness is there for you, and the creature itself wouldn't even understand what calmness is. It's simply there to fulfill its purpose of either bringing you back to life or not.
I accept the terms.
Are you sure? This is a high price to pay.
Listen, I'm going to be going back to a place I likely don't know because I've been gone for 25 years. My companions that I have would be the only thing familiar. I don't know how to find my friend. It almost seems like it's all I would have.
So yeah.
What has been lost can be found again. But if you accept, then I shall return your friends.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Place your hand above mine. And it reaches out another smoky, wispy hand.
You know, you might want to think of the effects. It's a little disconcerting having smoke coming off of the hand.
You seem oddly comfortable with it in comparison to your death. As you're saying this, there's little wisps of smoke that are going up and circling around your fingers, creating multiple rings. It begins to spiral up your arm. It stops at your forearm and it leaves its first mark. It stops at your arm just below your shoulder and the second mark. And it stops between your shoulder and your chest. And it leaves a third mark. Each of them forming 3 different animals. It was, I believe, a stallion, an owl, and a cat. But as I told you before, names are rather irrelevant.
Right.
Should you know them, call upon them. Their wisdom and guidance will help you. It is not common we get to choose others and bring them with us. Use this gift wisely.
Is there any repercussions on them when I use them?
I cannot say.
You could understand, like, if it's something like they're gonna... I just wanted to make sure they're gonna be okay. Because them being present, even on my body, is enough for me. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure that...
what you mean.
Kind of gathered. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
Close your eyes. When next you open them, you will return to the waking world. It is wise that you seek out a city known as the Nexus. There, a vessel will be waiting for you, with further instructions.
Vessel. We talking ship or a carriage, or like, are we just talking about some means of transportation?
There's no response.
I'll figure it out. Thank you very much for your time.
You close your eyes?
Yeah, she's gonna lay back and close her eyes.
As you begin to lay back and close your eyes, you actually feel almost a sense of vertigo. The rain comes to a stop. Everything gets eerily silent. And then you're seeing flashes of light. It's the first sense that you're getting, even though your eyes are closed. There's dust and dirt carried in it, gusts of wind, loud noises, and it's all out of focus for a moment. And then, as that vertigo stops, all of the noises and senses come in full force. You find yourself standing butt naked in the middle of a battle.
The middle of a battle? Oh, Jesus Christ.
It is the dead of night. And you can recognize that there are specific symbols from different regions or different kingdoms that are all fighting together. It seems like you have landed in the midst of an ongoing war. You're not in the middle of everyone fighting and are in no real sense of danger at the moment, but close enough to be if it decided to shift.
Okay. I'm going to shift, I think. Yeah.
From where it was. But you're going to shapeshift.
Yeah, I'm going to shapeshift. I'd rather be in an animal form because I feel like in a human form right now I'm going to be in more danger. And I want to get the hell out of here. Okay, before I do that, actually, can I do, like, so there's nothing around me. Like, I can't see anybody, like, looking at me or the danger, like, any immediate danger. Is that a... Okay. I got an 11 on the dice, but a total 17.
Nice. Very nice. Mostly paying attention to you. There's a couple people that are a little confused and like, what the hell? But they only have moments to look before their heads are split open or the next person decides to engage them in battle. There's one person that is rather feathery that is coming at you very fast.
Do I recognize them?
Do you recognize them?
Is it Grinder? Question mark?
Are you asking me or are you asking in character?
Okay. Okay. In character, I'm at. Oh, okay. Can I kind of focus on that person and roll another perception check to see if I recognize them, like quick enough to react?
You can do that.
Okay. 16 in total.
You think it might be, but because of the amount of time that has passed since you died, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of similarities there. It would be a very exception.
Okay, so they're coming at me with a weapon of some sort. They're charging me.
They're charging at you really fast. They're not bearing any weapons.
Okay, I guess Grinder? I'll yell out.
Yell it.
Oh God, Grinder!
Grinder comes to a halt. Oh, so it really is you then. What the hell? You know you're naked, right?
That's all I do now.
Quickly rips off his cloak, revealing the rest of his complete body and his feathers. He's got different weapons and armaments on him and a bit of leather plating, but for the most part, all of his protruding feathers are still very prominent. Throws the cape at you and goes, "Have some decency, Jesus."
Wrap myself in the flow. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm focusing behind him because I know where we're at. So while I'm like putting the cloak on, I'm still trying to keep an eye on the background. I need to roll something. Okay. Yeah, it's a long story. I was dead and I need to get to a town.
Yeah, a lot of us were dead. This war's not going to end. They're all dead. Let's get elsewhere.
Yes, I agree.
Fantastic idea. As the horn goes off, an arrow slices through the air and touches on the
Jesus Christ. Okay. I have some big. Is he dead? Like,
he looks at you with very wide eyes. Drops to the ground.
Is that a medicine check?
You can't roll a medical check.
An unnatural 20. I rolled a 17 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. Well, I came back to life once, right? So, can I summon the stallion and put his body on it, and then head away from with the thing?
You don't know how to do that.
Oh God. Okay. Is there? Okay. So what's behind me? Is it a tree line?
Mostly dead. And not a tree line, but a hill line. You're kind of in the plains on the northern side of the wildlands, between the forest and the hills that separate the desert.
Do I recognize this area at all?
You do. It would be a clearing beyond the forest that you grew up in that would lead further south. Take a look at the map.
Okay. All right. So I'm here. Okay. Okay. So it's not getting. Okay, so I'm assuming we're looking at. Okay, out of game. Which part of the map am I looking at specifically? Because there's a couple of different areas of forest with clearings.
So you were looking at the Saxon Desert and the Southern Hills.
Okay. Yes.
You see the town next to the tree?
Yes.
You're in between now, but down past the trees. Between 3 and 4.
Okay. And I don't know where this city is. I'm...
No, you just know to head towards the hills.
Okay. All right. So I gotta head towards the hills. I feel like at bare minimum, I owe this one some sort of burial. If he is actually dead, I'm kind of in shock right now. I just came back to life and then that happened. Like, for all I know, this is a dream. She's kind of a little confused. So I'm trying to figure it out.
While you're having that rambling, trying to go, starts to stand up slowly, picks the arrow out of his chest, very slowly, and drops it to the ground and looks around. Where am I?
Okay, we'll figure that out in a minute. We're gonna go this way. I'm just gonna grab his arm.
Test that grab, actually.
What?
Go ahead and roll a strength. Go ahead and roll for athletics.
God. Unnatural 20.
Nice. Okay.
I got it.
He tries to pull away from you, but he can't get out of your grasp. Wait, what are you doing? Let go of me.
Do you not see the battle going on behind you? I am trying to take you somewhere where you're not going to get another arrow in your chest.
Oh, you expect me to just believe you? Your plan, as far as I'm concerned, is better than mine right now. So let's go.
Okay, so head towards the hills. God, this stubborn bird.
The battle's getting quieter in the background.
So I'm gonna pause and be like, when we get to a safe area, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be like, what do you remember?
About what?
I'm dying. You just died in front of me. Like, an arrow came, punctured your heart, you looked at me, and then you died.
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Do you know who I am?
Who are you? Yeah, exactly. Who are you?
I'm Amaris. Childhood friends. Grew up in Lorcan. You're an herbalist. Well, kind of an herbalist. An herbalist assistant. None of this is ringing a bell?
He's looking at you with the blankest face.
Nothing. Okay. That. She's gonna take a deep breath. Extend her hand. Be like, I'm Amaris.
Good for you. Why are you wearing my cloak?
Because I just came back to life. You ran towards me, said have some decency, because you remembered me at that time, handed me your cloak. I put the cloak on. We went to go walk. An arrow came flying through the sky, punctured your heart, and you died.
Don't think I would have a friend that talked so much. I will be needing that cloak back, but I appreciate you getting me out of that chaos.
Out of game. Does barkskin give you the illusion that you're covered?
No. Yes, it will give you the illusion that you're covered, but not any real illusion. You would just be covered with bark skin, and you'd still be recognized as covered with bark skin.
But that's better than naked. Question mark?
Define better than naked.
Trying to give him his cloak back. Okay, so I will give you this cloak back as soon as I can get clothes in the nearest town. Where's the we should head to the nearest town? Do you want to accompany me?
There's no clearing for hundreds of miles.
Well,
Where are you headed next? Let's start there. Where are you headed next?
I need to be. I was told I need to find the town nexus.
Do you have any idea where that might be?
Nope. I was told to head towards the hills and find the town of Nexus. So we're kind of on the way. The
hills are due south. We can continue in that direction. You can fill me in on this friendship we supposedly have.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Where do you want me to go? All the way back to the beginning?
I have faith that you'll ramble it fast enough.
Oh, yes, I will.
I'll let you not actually have to ramble it fast enough, and I'll monologue on your behalf. As you guys continue walking and getting further away from the violence and chaos that was ensuing, the sounds of the plains and the hills starts to fill the ambience in the air. You fill him in on a lot of your childhood moments of drinking and stuff, and it seems like though he's not remembering any of it, it resonates as something he would have done, and he's not finding any reason to doubt you.
Well, I mean, I can always prove it whenever your natural instinct when we're flipping for a round of drinks is to steal the coin.
I was like, all right, listen, you know far too many of my secrets for me to deny you any further. Fair enough. So we were friends. All right.
Yes.
Listen, there's a big chance that I did die. Things happen to people when they die nowadays. It's not like it used to be. I had a friend once. They disappeared a long time ago. I can't even remember their name, but we thought that they were dead. I should hope that in the wake of all of these calamities, I can find her again too.
Would it have been approximately 25 years ago?
About. Time's pretty fickle these days, but about.
Well, because homeboy's shadow figure that was creepy with smoky hands said I've been dead for 25 years. And I had walked into the abyss.
Every so often you say things that make no sense. I just hope you're aware of this. It is no wonder that you did die once. But the next time I see a shadowy figure, I'll be sure to say hello on your behalf. I am going to need a drink.
That was what I experienced when I was dead. Okay? And then I will, while we're walking, continuing to walk, then I'll fill him in on my death and what I remember.
He goes, So you've been in darkness all this time?
Yes.
Are you sure you died?
See, that's where I get fuzzy. So I was in darkness, and then I felt rain. When you're dead, are you supposed to feel things? He said I was in a purgatory. He had pulled me out of somewhere, and I was there. Honestly, it was quite odd. I'm really not sure. I think I'm still in shock. This is all a lot. I didn't know I died to begin with. I certainly didn't know that I was dead or asleep for 25 years. And now I come back, there's a battle. My best friend's running up to me, peculiarly enough, and then dies in front of me. So I'm not really sure of anything at the current moment in time.
Yes, that would be pretty daunting. Well, if it helps. In my studies, I've learned that there are many different concepts to death, and it's quite possible that before the first calamity, they were real. if you didn't go to heaven or hell, maybe you went somewhere else. Maybe you went to a place where you don't have to die to get there. But that doesn't mean it wasn't in death.
True, because I still lost time. Huh.
No matter. Any sighting on your town? Because all I can see is hills, and I'm sure there are creatures out here that will want to eat me. And I don't know you quite well enough to want to stick around. I will fly away.
Okay, so can I locate? Okay, so to give you a little peace of mind, I'm just going to cast locate animals, see if there's any threats in the area.
I'm like, how does this one manifest?
This one, it is instantaneous. Ooh. Okay, so I am looking specifically for aggressive towards raven creatures.
And only raven creatures?
Well, no, it can be humans too, but specifically human and raven creatures.
Okay,
so like
humanoids.
Well, no, I'm not looking for humanoids. I'm looking for something that would want to kill me. Yes, humanoids or the bird.
Mm-hmm. Well, the bird's a humanoid too.
Yes. But he also has more bird-like features, so he might produce a different scent. So that's why I said bird as well.
Understandable.
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff out there. Nothing seems to be immediately following you or holding your gaze, but there's definitely stuff out there.
Okay, so within 5 miles, there's definitely stuff out there.
Yes.
Okay. Is maybe would it? Is there? Can I navigate based on what I hear mostly around them?
So you want to continue south through the hills
Mm-hmm.
while avoiding territories specifically, or just like what you're hearing, what your senses are picking up?
Well, right now, it's just what my senses are picking up.
Okay, go ahead and just roll a perception check. Or if you want to find it in a more magical sense, you can roll for Arcane.
I rolled a 12. Like, it's 12 for perception.
Okay, that'll do it. You've got your eyes and ears open. The slightest rustling would grab your attention as you guys continue to walk forward. Nothing seems to be especially interested in either of you.
Okay. Is there any form of shelter that I can see? Because I'm sure we've been walking for a while.
You have. You've actually been walking for a few hours. You're telling stories and all that jazz. Up ahead, you can see what looks like a shack.
Okay. I would like to check out the shack.
You want to head towards it?
Yeah, but my perception's going to shift a little bit.
Okay.
There's a war going on back there. A random shack. I want to make sure there's no booby traps as I'm going up to the shack.
No problem. Go ahead and roll for to investigate and see if you can find any booby traps. And the war is very, very far away at this point.
Okay, I got an 18.
There are no booby traps.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to walk up to the shack. Do I hear anything in the shack?
Yes, you do. It just sounds like commotion and conversation. Grinder's looking at you and he goes, "What are you doing?"
Trying to find somewhere for us to crash?
In the middle of nowhere?
Sleep. But yes, but there's a roof.
There's no roof.
There's no roof? There's a shack.
I didn't know you didn't just make all that stuff up. You realize that there's no building in front of you.
I'm going to look at him. I'm going to look at the shack. Detect magic? Do I have detect magic?
Do you have detect magic?
I don't know. I'm checking. I don't think I do. I do not. Okay. Can I roll an Arcana check to see if there's anything magical? 15?
Yes, the entire shack, almost when you put your hand on it and you're kind of feeling for its energy, feels like it's made of magic. The wood doesn't feel like wood.
I'm going to look back at Grinder. Oh, okay, so that is uncomfortable. There may be an illusion there. I know there's definitely magic there, which means I'm seeing a shack, you're not seeing a shack, so it's an illusion.
He goes, Well, I'll give you some credit then. In the wake of everything that's happened in the last couple of decades, it seems to me like you have a sight that I don't. There are things that your eyes can probably see in this world that others cannot. Either that or you're where you're meant to be, and I cannot follow.
Well, then you're going to need this. So I'm going to give him his cloak back.
He doesn't reach out for it. He kind of looks at you and he goes, I think you're going to need that more than I am.
I'm a druid. I am used to being naked. Okay, I turn into animals. Would you feel more comfortable if I turned into a bunny?
If I am to consider you for a friend, at least in this moment, please understand that while you may be comfortable being naked, others may not. And you don't want to draw that attention. You have a gift. Protect yourself.
Put the cloak back.
Thank you.
Well, maybe I'll meet up with you in Nexus? Question mark.
If I can find it, then absolutely. You owe me a drink.
Okay.
And you're not
I do
stealing
it.
a coin.
Oh, I will. Definitely will.
Good to meet you, Amaris.
It's good to meet you too, Grinder. I'm going to turn back to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to knock.
As soon as you knock, you hear a click and then the door opens slightly.
Perception?
You see through the crack? Go for it.
Yes, but I'm not seeing shit because I rolled a 4 and got a 10.
Yeah, because you're looking through a crack of a door and you ain't seeing shit.
Yeah, it's not going to work. All right, okay. We'll cautiously enter.
The inside seems to be almost like a tunnel made out of cobblestone and moss. As you walk a little bit further, you hear the door behind you close, and then lanterns light up all the way down, leading to an opening on the other side into the Nexus.
I'm going to proceed.
As you're proceeding back outside, your dear friend looks around and goes, "Why am I here?" As he has once again completely forgotten who you are.
No!
Thank you for attending your Game Zero.
I hate it here. He's got like fucking dementia.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But at least he's not dead. So there's that.
He's not dead.
Yes.
And neither
And
are you.
I know somehow I survived that.
Easy day.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Perfectly fine.
My best friend is my best friend. but doesn't know they're my best friend, it kind of kills the best friend, right? Like, so he's like, I don't care. I'll do it all over again next time I see him.
I'm going to end the recording now.
Okay.
Thank you.